like to talk to you, Raft, about that impersonation. Here we go. We're underway with the Mountaineers getting the opening tip.
Here we go. Jim Nance and Grant Hill. Back now. No, it goes straight up.
Mountaineers 19-14 on the year. There's a little shot in the lane, and it's dropped by Matthews.
Tough kid. Attacks. Drives it well. Very active.
While Maryland did not lose a single Big Ten conference game at home this year.
The thing is Young now. They do a little curl on the baseline. Hart gets to the rim out of Philly.
Wow. Keem Hart, what a drive. As they both score on their opening possession down the floor, we go now with West Virginia.
A little choking kind of pressure, have them use some time. Key, I think, Brandon, you might agree, stand on the floor. Can't foul.
But the zone protects him a lot of time. The zone also gets very wide. You got to attack that center if you're West Virginia.
And then they can rebound, too.
Looking for a second basket. That shot way too far and chased down by Mitchell. Never touched the rim, so he got 5 to shoot. Stevenson knows it now.
It's in the right hands.
And that one also all air. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Once again, that zone, as you like to say, they play with man-to-man principles there, but so wide and so aggressive there. And obviously Kevin Willard implementing that with his team to success.
Handling the ball now, Jameer Young. What a season he had.
Carey on the floor, too. These guys got to make some shots. Dribble drive, they look to find the corner jumper. Huggins very concerned about that.
Carey with Stevenson on him now. Dumps it off.
Scott really good with the bounce, like to spin out of this thing.
Scott into the paint, fights for it, and gets it.
And Raph right there, 4 dribbles backing down. You have to get some help at some point. West Virginia staying attached to the shooters early on.
This is Kedrian Johnson handling the ball at this end for West Virginia. Stevenson.
And what this does, Jim, it makes you really pry and work to get shots like that.
Wow, did he pry.
Yeah, the matchup very confusing. You don't see it often. Got to be a lot of ball movement, a lot of cutting, particularly that foul area.
So Stevenson, who averages 16 a game, worked hard to find that basket.
Look at the show here on the double. That's their game right there.
Yeah, Young, a little while with the throw, and here come the Mountaineers going back outside with it. Johnson works the baseline. It's not there. Stolen. Just for the moment. Yeah, right back, Johnson. That's a 3.
How about that?
Kedrian Johnson, known as a defensive specialist early in his career, has improved mightily on the offensive end.
His scoring average was up 6 this year off of a season ago. Now Young.
A nice hesitation, blow by.
And Johnson reached in.
Get back to Johnson. This kid shoots 38%. I mean, really, 30% from 3. Really good at the stop and knock down shots and enjoying it. Why not? Early in the morning in Birmingham.
Come back out. Stevenson stole it and then rotated to try to get away, and he is denied as he was looking to dunk it.
How about the hustle to get back in the gate? This kid hunts shots. He is not for a little trip there, a little small change on Carey. Both teams really pride themselves on the defensive end. This is a nice read on that baseline out of bounds, but right here, this is one of those deals that for some, now you were a dunker. Why can't you protect it?
Well, he got hit on the arm right there. That was a foul. But I'm impressed that he got his feet together. He was going for it right there. Stevenson, known as a shooter, trying to show a little lift on that play.
They got a hold on Carey.
That's 2 quick ones on Carey in a matter of a second.
And that hurts them drastically because he opens up things with that jumper at 3.
Well, also, too, I mean, Maryland, a top-heavy team. I mean, their 5 regular starters account for a great deal of their minutes. So shooting and also just his defense is going to be an adjustment here.
Going to have to bring in Martinez, who's a transfer from Utah. Coach Willard.
I think the shot clock trying to straighten that out. They have 3 guys over 30 minutes, to your point. And a lot of guys in the high 20s, too.
I mean, typically that zone, it protects you, keeps them out of foul trouble. But like you said, Carey out with 2 early.
Shot of Willard there. Amazing how many great coaches came out of Seton Hall. Stagger and a slip by Bell.
Bounce pass, trying to get it down low to Bell.
Nice double.
All over him.
Nice pass, too.
Yeah, found a man underneath, and it's delivered by Mitchell.
Oh, great patience by the big guy.
Yeah, Jimmy Bell with the assist. He was doubled up and had to fight through it.
And Bell really works on the defensive end. He knows Reese's are going to hurt him there. He's going to jam up on cutters, help out.
Hart scored the opening basket for the Terps, and there's off of West Virginia. Best Coke ever? Take a taste and see for yourself.
Change the call. Yep. Stevenson with great hands. And this is something about West Virginia. Very active, always in the right spot. Dig them when they have to. You can just see there, Grant, just excellent help.
That's West Virginia. That's what we know. They're going to be in there. No casual passes. You got to have strong catches right there.
It went right off the knee after Stevenson. All ball. Knocked it out and off the knee of Reese. So here's West Virginia on a 7-0 run.
In this zone, sometimes they'll switch to man-to-man after the first pass. So tough to read.
Stevenson tapped out underneath. That's going to go the other way. They're going to get Bell.
Stevenson not shy at all.
You said that with a degree of jealousy. Did Mike really strangle your offensive game? I mean,
well, he's retired now, so he might be listening. So I got to be careful what I say.
First on Bell.
Stifled would have been a better word.
And there's Hart, and that got deflected.
Nice early drag screen.
Mitchell, quick pass.
They're doing a nice job with the extra look, Jim.
Matthews, oh, that was up high. With the rebound is Young.
Great balance, West Virginia.
Been a while since the Terps.
This is what they do best. Got to lock that pivot foot, and you got to post and help the guy out.
Haven't scored in quite a while, giving up 7 unanswered. Now driving in. There was nothing there as Young was shut off underneath. Now Stevenson races at the other end, scores with the left hand.
And right now Stevenson not really shooting his three, getting to the basket, having success, showing his game.
He plays hard though, keeps busy. Terrific cutter.
It's a 4-minute drought for Maryland.
Got to get Reese involved. He's too important to this team for Maryland.
Now Reese, and there's the quick hands by Johnson.
Well, they are just attacking here. Nice help by Reese, though.
Big 2 shots coming out of the break. West Virginia with 5 field goals from 4 different players. And Maryland's for years at Charlotte, and he went home to Matha High School, just right down the road from the campus.
And of course, his teammate Justin Moore Dickinson in high school.
Johnson, first of 2.
Pretty talented high school team.
Not bad, huh? Well, that area's had some great players, present company excluded.
2 for 2 at the line. Did you ever consider going to DeMatha, playing for Coach Wooten?
Well, you know, Coach Wooten, they didn't recruit me. You know, I mean, I was too far away, so you know.
An afterthought. They're going to have to get away. We talked in, goodness.
Collision there.
Hit the jaw.
2 guys collided into each other, teammates.
Yeah, that dribble handoff. A lot of times we've seen offensive fouls on this particular play. You roll, and that's just a little lack of communication.
And that's the second foul right there on Kedrian Johnson.
Looked like Kedrian pushed him into his own man right there.
Trying to blow it up a little bit.
Trying to blow it up.
So he goes to the bench, and Joe Toussaint is in now to handle the point. He's a transfer from Iowa. His former teammates, Iowa, also at this site, playing the first game of the evening session against Auburn. So Toussaint, number 5 for West Virginia.
Getting away from the ball screen, Grant, as we talked during the commercial.
There's a shot in the lane, and it rattles out for Hart. Again, Maryland unable to cash in now for almost 5 minutes.
And they can't get a 3 look either because they're keeping people out of the lane. Stevenson is so busy. He's had a great run lately, right, Grant?
He really has. Last 7 games, 22 points a game.
Stevenson. Twice off the rim, and last touched by Maryland.
Of course, Maryland, great awareness on Stevenson, understanding the scouting report. They're not letting him get off. Nothing clean, nothing easy thus far.
It's an 11-0 run.
Okonkwo on the floor kept that baby busy. Got a piece, kept it alive.
Now Stevenson backing in on Martinez.
This kid can go. He can attack. Looking for a ball screen.
Looks to get in the paint.
There goes Toussaint.
That's him, nice stagger.
Scoop shot doesn't drop, doesn't come close. First 2 trips down the floor, Maryland hit buckets. Last 5 minutes, they haven't scored a point.
Ragging him pretty good. Toussaint really leads them to problems. They got the walk. That was all him. Aggressive D.
That's now 6 Terrapin turnovers.
And Raph, you can't against this team go one-on-one isolation, no ball moving. I mean, they're going to wrap you up. Nothing easy to the basket, and got to move the ball around the perimeter, get that defense to shift, and then attack.
That conference defensively, by the way, incredible every night. Nothing easy. You name the team, they really get after you.
But this team is not the press Virginia that we're accustomed to in years past.
But half court, they're as aggressive. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Automatic switch on the perimeter.
Back to Toussaint.
Empty side, though. They got the walk.
He walked.
Yep.
Set it up for him, too. Well, you can't use a jab crossover move at all anymore, even if it's legal.
Look at this since they, again, 4 points in the first minute, 6 turnovers since. And they brought in now handling the ball, Jahari Long, who was with Coach Willard at Seton Hall for a couple of years, trying to find something to work at this end of the floor.
Doesn't get many minutes, maybe 10 a game. So the control slowed them down a little bit.
Here he is, just fresh in, back of the rim with a 3. Off the bounce, the rebound to Matthews.
I'm not so sure Kevin wanted that jack just out of the gate.
Trying to add to the run. 11 unanswered.
ISO right here.
Stevenson.
Nice play. They do a great job during that time.
Toussaint passes up a good look, and he set up Mitchell, and it doesn't go either. So now 6 minutes without a point on the board. See what Maryland can do.
Well, they are so active. Playing on, here's a double on the box and a recovery. Great reaction and communicating.
To the corner, back out around, quick passing to Carey. Back in. Follows his own miss. Gets tripped in the paint. It's going to be on Okonkwo. Another break worse. And he knows it.
Right. Well, their defense is confusing, so that's part of it. Forcing tough shots.
And then Carey's got foul trouble. Obviously, too many turnovers, points off turnovers for West Virginia, but Maryland doing a good job defensively, as you said. So they're hanging around. Just got to tune up things on the offensive end.
You never got up early, right, with Duke? I mean, generally you were prime time, I'm sure.
Oh, you said it, not me.
Jim, like it's got to be different, I would think.
Here is Martinez. Tapped around, put back Reese. No.
That's the guy they need to do some damage. Free throws a little bit of a difficulty, 54% for him. But he's had a nice end of the year, this kid.
He really has. He's grown up. He's playing much, much better. And obviously, he does have a tendency at times to get in foul trouble. So he's got to stay on the court. But he's got to have an impact here on the interior in this game.
Got a second foul on Jimmy Bell, West Virginia. We'll see what Reese can do at the line.
He's 19 years of age, by the way. It's amazing.
19 and looks like a grown man.
Oh, he is a physical specimen. Now, you got to match the intensity, I think, of West Virginia if you want to get back in this game now.
Can't hit from the line either. Identical misses. Now Toussaint still handling the ball at this end for the Mountaineers. They also haven't, by the way, made a field goal in almost 4 minutes. That's one reason why, as Coach Willard noted, it's not that far out of hand.
Nice defense here. They went, as you noted earlier, they started the matchup, then they followed and played a little man-to-man. Really can And this is a little bit like Rick Pitino did. And of course, he worked under him. Kevin worked under Rick years ago.
And Jim, to your point, you said, Mountaineers, they're really not a great shooting team. So points in the paint a must, but difficult against this defense.
So you're guarding this kid. You better be ready. He's going to attack. Stevenson
gets the pass over to Toussaint, who buries the three. Wow. Good setup by Stevenson. A splash by Toussaint, who played in 2 NCAA tournament games, 2 NCAA tournaments, I should say, at Iowa.
Long and a lot more minutes. The foul problems. A quick timeout. Kevin trying to get them organized a little bit. They are struggling. Early morning wake up.
His team on defense, they've just shut down Maryland now for the last 7.5 minutes.
And Jim, right here, just trapping that pick and roll right there and taking the ball out of Young's hands and then getting back to their players. And how about the help? 5 guys converge on this drive to the basket. Active hands leading the turnovers. And that's why Bob Huggins has a lot of wins during his career.
41 years in all, 26th NCAA tournament appearance. And look at how many times he's made Sweet 16 here in the last 13 years. 8 times. Went into the Hall of Fame, Springfield, just last year, and had as his presenters Jerry West and Rod Thorne. So it's all in the family.
Pretty high hand. This is the first time they've gotten in the lane and Young able to score. You know what they have to do, I think, Marlon? They run a weave without a ball screen. They run a horn set, 2 guys high without a ball screen, and this is what they're used to. And everybody's staying at home in the corner as well. And it can be disastrous, that cover, when Young gets in the lane and disperses.
Foul on Toussaint. Finally, a point registered. It had been a long time, a couple of breaks we had. I mean, in real time, it was about 15 minutes. 7:40 on the game clock.
Kevin alluded to it, though. They're not running away from them either. He gets it to 10 if he makes it.
Maryland, you just got to chip away every possession.
They got up at 8, Kevin said. Had a little breakfast.
See, I'd like that as a player. Just get up and hoop.
Yeah. Well, that's what you did as a youngster, right?
No question.
Toussaint unloads it to Mitchell.
They're staying man on this trip.
Scott on him.
Reese has got to help and then recover. Good job.
7 to shoot. Toussaint.
Nice footwork by Hart.
Over Hart. Oh my gosh. Wow. That came down from the rafters.
Absolutely. That came down wet.
He's hit 2 of them now off the bench.
He said it best, Rap. A little dribble handoff into a quick screen and roll.
Double up.
There you go. Now attack or give one.
There you go. Finally a bucket.
A nice deployment.
Reese hits the shot. The first field goal in 8:28.
Oh, they go the other way with Bell on a discard. Reese sold it pretty good.
Bell, that big body, trying to get some space.
This is what you call having your bell rung.
And he's in trouble, guys, with 3 fouls. Jimmy Bell.
Right here, just moving people out of the way right there.
In our neighborhood, that was called a farm room discard.
Out he goes. Okonkwo on the floor for him.
This is where Hart is dangerous in that block.
And he can elevate. Nice help. Oh, jumped a lane. Pretty.
Mitchell almost was able to get a breakaway bucket. Young knocks Toussaint to the floor. No whistle.
Too much dribbling right here. Nice pump, bite, carry. They need him.
Oh, they got him. He's got the bucket from the corner for 3.
And that'll be there. On dribble penetration, West Virginia is so conditioned to help. You have to find shooters. You got to knock them down. To your point, kind of chipping away, getting back into this.
They beat Toussaint alone. They got to get some other guys involved.
Too much dribbling.
Yeah.
5 to shoot. This is the 2-point shot back of the rim. Okonkwo taps it, but right into the hands. Dante Scott.
Froze in Toussaint's hand. He's got to get rid of it. There's your dribble handoff again. Nice ball fake. And
There goes Young, blocked from behind, but a foul called on Stevenson.
I'll tell you what, this kid gets in the lane, it's a different team.
First four coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues tonight, 7 p.m. on ESPN2. For more information on game times and listings, go to NCAA.com. For Stevenson, his first.
And guys, since that last timeout for Maryland, starting to look more like themselves, particularly on the offensive end. If you take away Tucson's 2 3-pointers, it's a close game right now.
What West Virginia tries to do is get you to rely on individual ability. They take away any format you might have on the offensive end.
And as you said, an experienced team that's seen a lot. So good this year in the regular season at home, undefeated in the Big Ten conference play at home. Now starting to figure things out against Huggy Bear.
10-0 mark is what it was at home in league play.
There's a coach's son. Great run at Cincinnati.
And a great coach.
Yeah,
his dad, Ralph.
Yeah, that's right. At Akron, he made the NCAA 14 times at Cincinnati and 11 times at West Virginia. He is a keeper. Wardrobe excluded.
First foul on Hart. It's a Maryland team that actually started the year 8-0 and got ranked as high as 13th. Then they had a couple of losses by wide margins.
UCLA, I was down there for that, Jim. UCLA looked awfully good.
Miami also. There's a bucket.
And that is the spot you have to attack against that zone, that little dotted line area. Mitchell showing his footwork and touch.
Texas to West Virginia.
Yep. Mitchell with 4 points.
Much better analysis right here.
Find the trailer. It's Reese. Long with the short shot. Tapped back out wisely by Martinez.
Gotta make that. That's a great look for Reese. Again, no ball screen, little pin down, dribble exchange. He can shoot it.
Got a little set shot there, Raph. Quick trigger.
The push, you gotta have Hart.
Hakeem Hart. They know he's the X factor for them. Been at Maryland for all 4 years. Out of Philadelphia.
Another Philly guy.
Roman Catholic High.
Mitchell just hit one, not this time. But the rebound bounces out to Matthews and a reset.
I like Matthews' game. What a nice pass there, too. Got to finish that.
Okonkwo just threw it up wildly.
Normally, he's very good at the net.
Great tennis player growing up in England.
It wasn't his fault.
Oh, I like it.
We're going heavy now. Good interior passing right now.
Oh, Million able to hit the shot and the foul.
What? A turnaround right here, Grant, huh?
Big time Maryland in control.
The old joke with him, he's got a great personality, but he hides it well. But charming. And boy, what a keeper as a coach.
Now to finish off three-point opportunity. Well done by Million, the graduate student from Toronto, Canada.
Jim, now they go a little full court first time. Usually a little upsetting when you're unaccustomed to seeing it for most of the half. Good handle.
How about a 13-2 stretch here for the Terrapins, who turned things around. Only 4 points.
Trying to get it to the foul line. There you go. Now turn. You got to make that or give it up.
Mitchell, no. They had 4 points the first 9 minutes, and now they put up 15 in the last 4. They're looking for more.
I think it's coincided with Bell being in foul trouble on the bench for West Virginia.
Yeah, he keyed the D. No question. The way he showed big.
There's a shot by Young, and he got the 3. And look who has the lead after that dreadful start. Maryland in front by 1.
And how about the patience on the sideline? Kevin called it. That first interview with Tracy. Ooh, almost a turnover. They got a foul out. Martinez.
Well, folks, the final voyage of Jean-Luc Picard and his OG crew has begun. Patrick Stewart stars in the triumphant final season of Star Trek Picard, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Here is the young 3 that gave Maryland the lead.
And that's the first time really it's Marty on the cover of the closeout. by West Virginia.
And now it's a 16-2 stretch for Maryland as Mitchell on the blocks, waits, gets fouled.
And I like these last few possessions here for West Virginia attacking. You got to attack that pressure, that zone, and be aggressive. Mitchell drawing fouls. And
Million have a lot of size off the bench. He came in there playing bigger with Reese on the floor as well.
Undersized big indeed.
Mitchell got that one. It was 19-8 when Bell went out, to your point, Grant. Went out with his third foul.
Oh, it's so important. The anchor to that defense of West Virginia getting in foul trouble. You see his value now as Maryland getting to the paint and finding their rhythm and groove on the offensive end.
Mountaineers take the lead back at 23-22. They've hit 5 of their last 6 shots as Maryland.
A little side ball screen, a little bit different look this time to get in the lane. Nice block.
Asset blocked by Okonkwo.
He's giving him good minutes.
A little put away at the net.
I see a slam. I think West Virginia, Matthews has to get involved. Too dynamic and versatile of a player has been.
They've guarded Stevenson pretty good. Little blur screen or ghost screen, guys call it.
Look at this defense.
Oh, nice gamble here.
Got right back into the hands of Stevenson. He's got 3 to shoot. Open from the corner. And Mitchell's been getting some looks, not hitting.
Again, Okonkwo really solid.
Johnson back on the floor, and he delivers a 3. He sat for a while with 2 fouls.
And that was West Virginia basketball, just scratching
it.
Blue collar, ugly at times, but effective.
They've hit 4 out of 8 from 3. Adrian Johnson had spent a lot of time on the bench with 2 early whistles. Comes right back into the action and hits. That's off the foot of Young, and that's his fourth turnover.
Jason, you had mentioned, Grant, their ability on the offensive glass is incredible. This kid has given them really solid minutes. A little ball fake, freezes the D.
How about the way he saved it?
Yeah.
Kind of behind the back as he's falling to the floor.
Mountaineers, they turn their 11 offensive rebounds per game into 12 second chance points. It's part of their offense right there. Extra opportunities on the glass.
It's just 3 hours campus to campus, but these two don't meet all that often. It's actually the second time they've met in the NCAA tournament in this building. They met back in '84.
Not a good turnover.
Hart has it this time. Driving. And it's gonna count.
Oh, pretty good reaction. No. Mitchell running the floor. Well, he has been around. UMass, Texas kid. With some big time effort here. I guess it's over the cylinder, Grant.
Made a turnover here, but didn't drop his head. Stayed in the play. Almost made a spectacular play. Both teams sloppy right now. Not really handling the pressure from both clubs on the defensive end. They got to button down here as they close the half.
This has slowed them down, though. They're not as fluid against this matchup. Prying. It takes seconds away off the clock.
Johnson goes behind the back, but still right there on him is Carey.
He's going.
Stevenson falling back, hits the side of the glass.
Rebound.
And that's going to be a
Jump ball, they call it, so turnover.
3:33 to go in the first half.
We have experience. One of the best in the game and one of the up-and-comers. It's a chess match.
Instead of bringing 2 defenders into the play.
Well, especially when a team is trapping as West Virginia does. But give credit to Kevin Willard and his Maryland team. They have made an adjustment and been able to have some success here on the offensive end.
We've got to get back to basics here. West Virginia, that is. Be in the gaps. He's very good in here. He's got a little hook game.
Boy, you're not kidding. He set that up.
You know, he took care of his body. Beginning of the year, Kevin had a little sit down with him. Said, look, you want to leave it all out there. You got to adjust that frame and gain a little more speed and dexterity.
Yeah, he was 250 before Coach Willard had that little chat with him. Trimmed up and big contributions as Johnson back with a bucket of his own.
And riding them too, why not? In touch with the fouls. Again, now they're a little softer with the ball screen, which is going to get Young more involved. Oh, charge.
Going the other way, Raph.
Yeah, maybe he was in the restraining area. Big upside on this kid's game. Got a little low post game as well.
No question. I mean, great drive to the basket there by Reese, and Mitchell trying to get over the sacrifice, taking the charge, which you see the best. West Virginia not quite as aggressive, trapping that ball screen. And Maryland able to make them pay.
Julian Reese at the line after the first foul called on Mitchell. They call him Juju. Undersized center, probably looks a little bit more like he'd be playing the 4. All things could be worked out that way, but one of his best games this year was a bit against the biggest 5 that you would find.
And that would be
against
from Purdue, I would guess.
Yes.
You know?
Mr. Zach Edey had 19 against him.
With all the knowledge that Grant possesses, he never came up with a scheme to defend against him.
Sometimes good offense is your best defense. Get him in foul trouble.
Tied at 28. A little full court pressure applied.
And this is more to retain, contain, use some time, and jar them. This is a good time to go matchup too, I think. Pointing around is
Off the hands of Stevenson.
disruptive, and it worked.
Coming up, AT&T at the half, scores and highlights, the latest NCAA tournament news. It's coming up on AT&T at the half.
Matchup, Dante Scott can put it on the floor. Very good with the ball, can make his own play. So one-on-one defense a must here for West Virginia.
And sitting on the floor now for the first time. They get a nice open look, and all of a sudden Stevenson hasn't had many touches. They're going to get him involved as well. I think this defense has confused them a little bit.
It has, and Jameer Young's done a good job on it.
Here is Stevenson, driving in, getting stuck. Whip it around to Johnson, who hasn't missed. He's 3 for 3, but commits the turnover. Martinez coming out for Maryland.
He can do some things around the rim too, Martinez. He is an active kid.
Scott.
It does stick with him once in a while because he believes he can take anybody, and he's right.
You see, he gave Sumnick a little bump there as he got into the paint to create a little separation. Nice jump hook.
Over the top, they get it. Break that little soft pressure easily to Stevenson with a 3. And a foul.
I think Pryor
Away from the shot.
Yeah, on the other side. But right here, he does a really good job of turning his back on you. I don't think he could have done this last year with regularity. And he got the ability to use either hands on the rim. He's a dribble spin guy as well. I think actually you can pick up some charges on him when he turns back into you.
That foul was called on Martinez, which gives him 2. With 1:22 to go in the half, and sends Matthews to the line for a 1-and-1. What a story for him. Started his career at West Virginia, played there 3 years. Matthews went to Washington and decided to come back. He's going to stay with the Mountaineers.
And I had a chance to visit with him and Coach Huggins yesterday at their practice, and he talked about that. He said the guy just didn't want to be away from me. But too important, very versatile. Has got to get somehow involved in this game.
Keegan looking for some help. Needs it. Over the top to Stevenson.
Not doing a good job in the middle of that lane either against this zone. That's a tough shot.
Oh, he can hit the tough shot.
He can.
Several of them that he's had to wiggle his way free, and that fadeaway ties it at 30.
Great confidence. Over 30 points against Texas. Watch that game. He can fill it up. An ISO here going to get an open look for a guy like Carey or Hart. You got to keep him out of the lane. He can be devastating.
Better trap there by West Virginia.
Double up, gets it over to Hart. 3 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds to shoot. Turn around. Yes!
How about that?
Oh, that was Million.
A nice find by Young. This zone has been effective at 2-2-1. Not in the flow that they would like. Kubri's got to run the show here.
Just a 1.5 differential on the clocks. Essentially can take it almost to the end here.
Get the ball to Stevenson in this play.
Nice help by Reese.
Here he is. 5 to shoot. Outside, Johnson. Oh, my goodness. There you go.
A neck ball or
a wedgie.
A wedgie.
As we're watching 8 practices yesterday, this basket right here, watch it as we go through the day. I saw your wedgie about 10 times yesterday in practice. There's something about
It's the composition of the ball.
that end, though.
That rim?
That kept happening there.
So it's illegal at this end.
There's something going on with that. The dimensions there. Here we go. At the buzzer. No for Young.
Pretty good comeback right here.
How about being down as much as they were early? Couldn't hit a shot.
Confidence, really.
Able to persevere, and the experience on display from Maryland.
And to make those adjustments. No, got away from the ball screen. We saw one late, but it's just terrific ball movement.
Let's go over to Trace.
Thanks, Coach. Last time we spoke, you guys couldn't get anything going. What changed down the stretch here to have this lead?
Well, if you've seen us play on the road before, being down only 9 after 10 minutes, that was kind of like, hey, we're only down 9. Sometimes we're down 20, sometimes we're down 16, and this group always finds its way to fight itself back. So I know you were worried, but I kind of was like, oh, it's not that bad.
You are a team of runs.
Yes,
Good luck. We'll see you in the second.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Trace. 19-6, they were down. A 15-point swing the rest of the half. To take the lead at the intermission, we'll send you to AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Well, there he is. He's going to start the second half. West Virginia was up +9 when he was in the game, and he went out. And we're down 11 in that stretch without him. So 3-point field goals, missed the first 3, hit 3 of their last 5. But it's the Mountaineers with the first look at the offensive end of the floor to start this 8-9 game second half.
They have to do a better job getting it inside. That's not a good look here. Mitchell may have gotten fouled.
Let's go over to Tracy.
Well, thanks, Jim. Fouls certainly a concern for West Virginia in that first half. But Bob Huggins said it to me bluntly. He said they just need to make shots. And I asked him about getting Eric Stevenson more involved. He said he's got to stop running in circles, calling for the ball, and actually do what he's supposed to do. Jim.
I can't believe he said something bluntly, though.
Stevenson working it again. Fadeaway doesn't drop this time, but it's last touched by Maryland.
And you see that extra play there, extra hustle by Bell, almost an over the back call, but Bell has to stay on the floor. His value is so important on both ends for the Mountaineers.
Stevens is the only guy that hunts his shots, though, Grant. He's got to be persistent, I think. They can get something in here. It'll be nice up and under. What a block by Reese.
Mitchell worked hard to get that shot off.
Scott may be underneath with that foul.
I like that. Get into the paint, post up, take advantage of your length inside, and pressure on that Maryland defense. On fouls, get to the line and get your defense set up if you're West Virginia.
First foul on Scott, so that will put Mitchell at the line for a couple. 2 years at UMass. Last year, as you mentioned earlier, Graf played at Texas.
A big addition to this team, and curious to see what they do now, Grant. West Virginia, that is, against this matchup zone. They got to come up with some more wrinkles. I keep saying the foul line is open. I think ball movement, dribble drive, create 2, playing 1, mix it up a little.
1 of 2.
Again, a little stagger away from the ball screen, maybe a late one.
He is Young. They were on him. That whole first half forcing 4 turnovers.
Nice roll here.
To Reese, and it does drop.
I love the deployment. Got Bell moving. Wasn't in the mix defensively. And then when he shoots, Matthews, let's hope he's okay. Take a hit.
Trying to get through this screen here on Reese, and banged his left shoulders on the ground right there.
Look at Bell caught in Neverland, though. Should I play hard? Coach doesn't want him to get an open look, much less a 3. And
he's in pain.
He is really struggling.
That left shoulder he's in agony.
Oh, boy.
So hard to defend that dribble handoff. Bell getting through.
Coach wants me to go over the top, too, as he recoils. Hopefully a stinger.
Yeah.
Looks a little more serious. Would you agree?
I agree.
So he'll be replaced by Toussaint. He did have earlier this year a shoulder injury, Matthews. So Reese now, the backs get dropped. And now he's got a chance to put Maryland up 4. Might be wondering, was that an illegal screen? I want to summon Gene Steratore in on this. Gene, what did you see there?
Yeah, I think it is an illegal screen. I think Reese is, you know, his feet are outside that frame. He's wide on his stance, and he's really not set, Jim, when that contact occurs. Nothing flagrant, but I think an illegal screen could have been called and should have been on the play.
It was a big no call because it led to a 3-point play. The other end, down and out. It goes for Johnson.
Nice denial.
That's Toussaint. He is so quick with those hands.
He is.
It'll stay for the Mountaineers.
You're right. West Virginia getting through those screens, not going under, fighting through right there. Toussaint really did it. Textbook.
Getting back to Reese, though, when you set a screen, you're usually outside the shoulders naturally. You don't squeeze them in.
I don't know what Gene was talking about.
Well, I'm surprised he's up this early for crying out loud. No, he is right. I'm not arguing that. But I just find it interesting when you do set a screen, you're running to it. You don't squeeze your feet together. You're outside the expanse. There's another one.
Speaking of screens.
This one's much more legal, I would think.
The officials are summoning. They've not made a call. I haven't seen any signal yet. So
Maybe,
no signal.
Maybe the request. Well,
they're going now. I wonder if they're calling possibly a legal screen. I don't... Maybe they're reviewing the previous screen that Gene
going
reviewed.
back to it. Yeah.
Not sure.
He said inside the building they're going to review an illegal screen, if it was. Now, we don't know which screen they're talking to. I assume it's the most recent one right here.
They do a good job of screen rescreening. This is the second one.
That would be rescreening right there.
Yeah.
How often do you see a screen being reviewed? Go to the monitor. Not that often.
Not often.
Unless it's super flagrant. They're looking here also at what Dante Scott did.
A little
over here.
Right elbow there on that screen. Kind of let that go.
Yeah.
Gene, we didn't have any idea we'd be back to you this soon.
Yeah, exactly, Jim. But I do think you're right. I think it is on the inbound with Scott 24. And there's a little bit of a flipper with the elbow, but to me, there's nothing there that rises to flagrant. If you look at the right arm, and that angle kind of doesn't show a bunch, but he also doesn't really send out that flipper and kind of deliver a blow with the elbow. You can see Ron Groover stop the play on the top just to make sure that there's nothing there that would rise to the level. I think in a preventative fashion right now, when you've got a lot of screens like this and you have a lot of activity, when heads are involved, or a lot of contact there, which is legal, they're going to make sure that these things are clean, and also letting the players and coaches know, look, we're focusing on those elements now, so keep those things clean and within the rules.
Go ahead.
I'm saying, for once, I agree with Gene right there. It was a little love tap. I don't think there's anything.
Yeah. Nothing there. Do you agree, Gene?
I mean, that was almost innocuous. Looked like just a rank and file screen.
Are we going to get to the point we wear dance shoes,
agree,
Gene?
Raph. Yeah, listen, I'm just so happy we're in the first game and Grant's agreeing with me already. I think we've got it's going to be a great tournament, fellas.
Hey,
I'm
Gene, it's early.
now.
It's early, Gene.
Exactly, Grant.
So they've explained it to the coaches, but they haven't made their way over here yet. No flagrant, they're saying, not even a foul.
I just going to say that Toussaint asked the officials, not the coach, to take a look at that.
Okay. So Maryland inbound up 4.
They are really running some great screens right now to get a look like that. How about that one?
Look at that. Donald Carey.
I like that. Get the ball into the post, a little double pin down on the weak side, and Carey, who's in foul trouble there, knocking it down.
6-point run.
He's made a difference with this team late. Really struggled, bumps in the road, shooting the ball, but boy, bringing it now.
Maryland's largest lead, and count the basket.
That's Carey, I think, if I'm not mistaken. A little dribble drive, nobody communicated.
Best Coke ever? Taste, take a taste. See for yourself. So Kedrian Johnson has had some nice drives to the bucket and hit a couple of hit a three.
And Maryland really absent defensively there. They had a clear out. Nobody jammed it up. Nobody helped on the dribble drive.
And by the way, that was on Carey, his third.
Number 0, Kedrian Johnson.
He's been putting up a lot of points here lately. He comes to the end of the season to the tournament. And he's really stepped up his offensive game. We already mentioned how for the season he was up, but as of late, he's come up with some big outbursts.
Best playing his best all of the year.
And after all these recent looks and calls, Maryland's got to make sure they stand still on screens and pin downs.
Been an extra step in there.
Desant, I believe, on the help.
West Virginia foul.
Let's go over to Tracy.
Thanks, Jim. West Virginia athletic trainer Randy Metter telling me it is a stinger to Emmett Matthews' left shoulder. He had some balm rubbed on it. He took some pain medication. We'll see if he can play through it, Jim.
Right, well, you had that one diagnosed accurately. A stinger, Raft.
Wow. It was a shot.
Second foul on Toussaint. Hart says, I'll take it.
What a nice play, too, to get that look. Little screen across. Hart uses bumps beautifully.
Toussaint gives it up on the blocks to Mitchell. Trying to back in. Now double. Goes outside with it.
Nice cover by Young, too, on the weak side.
Johnson goes under, and it drops.
And Raft, that young man, has a burst. One dribble in the paint, absorbing the contact, great concentration. Didn't use the glass on that play right there, but man, his ability to turn the corner and get to the rim, back-to-back possessions, really slicing and dicing on the interior of that Maryland defense.
He's got 15 for the game.
This is when the coach says to you, stay in front of him, but coach,
I'm trying.
blew by. Good speed.
Brings it to a 1-point margin.
I think Maryland maybe would try to go at Jimmy Bell, get his 4th foul.
Reese is not that kind of player, but I would agree with you, too. Give him a little post up, maybe. Ooh, there's another bump. They're gonna
Call that on Bell. I think Bell might have pushed Reese into the defender.
That's a big one. His 4th.
Even that, I think it's just pretty much a play on from my seat.
I think you're right. Although
There was a touch. Look.
yeah, no, that, as you would say, a nickel dimer.
You know what's interesting? And the NBA does this. You can get right up on a guy on the ball screen now. When we were younger, you had to have a step. You almost have to go back to that, I think.
Well, Raft, that was a long time ago when you were younger.
Yeah.
Basketball has evolved.
Nasty.
So Bell out of the game. Okonkwo comes in for him. Bell's only been able to be on the floor for 10 minutes. It's Martinez off on the 3. There's Okonkwo who came into the game.
Reese, I think, with the reach in, huh?
Not the shot that Maryland wants. Martinez with a step back 3.
No.
Although he shot the ball from deep well this year, but
Yeah, over 43%.
14 fouls now on Maryland in this half. And there's Johnson going to bring it up. He's had back-to-back baskets plus ones.
the sort of 3-guard lineup for West Virginia is giving problems to Maryland. Johnson
steps back this time. He's got a chance for the 4-point play.
How about this kid? And by the way, no Stevenson either. When you think of it, I don't think Bob was really happy with his shot selection. But how about this kid? A couple of bumps early with some fouls, but selling it as well on a follow-through and a potential.
That's a
4-pointer.
Yeah, personal 9-0 run.
And Raph, with his ability to turn the corner like he can, you have to give him space. And now he's mixing and matching with the step-back three.
And one of my notes is he's the key guy. Generally, you say Stevenson, but this kid, to me, he's the one running the show, getting them organized.
Hey, they were down 38-31, the Mountaineers, and he alone has gone on a 9-0 run over the last 123 to make it a 10-point run. How about 3 straight trips down the floor with and ones?
That's
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, they are really passing and cutting, moving this defense, taking away the dig and help and the gap dig.
Young stutter step and gets short end. Young 1 out of 4 from the floor.
He's going to pull up.
He's going to go. He's going to go. No question about it.
That time it's just off Maryland. He's going for another and 1.
He was, and he almost had one.
Sunday on CBS, catch 2 new exciting episodes of The Equalizer and East New York with Queen Latifah, Amanda Warren, Jimmy Smits, and Richard Kind. All start Sunday, 8, 7 Central, after 60 minutes on CBS.
Kedrian's so good at drawing fouls.
He's not one of those guys that can turn the corner, as you noted earlier. Really, again, this matchup, nice cut.
Seth Wilson on the floor now. He decides to take it. Oh, wow, he's been waiting for that.
How about Seth, huh? 40% though, Jim. 30. That's his 34th three.
Toussaint hits the floor, recovers quickly. Young, again, fighting for it. It's not there. Nor is that one, but it's going to stay with the Terps.
And I'll tell you, Bob Huggins at halftime told his team to ramp it up on the defensive
A
end.
hook shot from 15 feet. You guys can't do anything. Here's Gary. And they came back and won the game. He credited Hot Rod. He was a longtime CBS announcer, too, you know. Back
Sure,
in the
NBA.
day.
Yeah.
Yep. But he played with Frank Selvey. Went back to your point. Furman's in the tournament this year. Played with Selvey at Minneapolis Lakers. Had a 100-point output per game one time. There is again the man of the hour, Kedrian Johnson.
Going under. You don't go under on that kid.
Looking like Hot Rod out there.
No kid. 16-0 run by the Mountaineers. 13 of the 16 by Johnson.
Nice find.
Need it. Got it.
And it was all heart. You gotta have some heart. Nice little delivery right in the pocket.
Gary hits the corner 3.
And that's the one dangerous area that Bob Huggins was concerned about. Any kick out of that lane. And this is all freelance now as individuals. Make it a one-on-one here in the lane.
Toussaint lost it. Young comes away with it.
Numbers.
And 3-on-2. Slides it outside for another 3. Ooh, that great luck changed a lot of momentum with consecutive threes.
Nice find by Young.
West Virginia with Toussaint and Johnson in the lineup at the same time has really worked.
Yeah, absolutely. 2-point guard mentality. A little small change by Young.
Foul on Maryland's number 1, Jameer Young. That is
Young,
his third
that's his
foul.
third.
Guys, they have called a lot of fouls on these ball screens. You've seen tonight, excuse me, today.
West Virginia ball.
You think it's an adjustment from the regular season?
I think it is.
Referee-wise and players.
Especially just coming from the Big Ten tournament last week.
Mitchell with a hip shot, fly to the mark, and away with it is Scott.
A great look, too.
Game of runs.
Passing cut. Now they're doing the back end. See if you get some help. And then kick back. Nice denial.
That was tapped out by Wilson. Foul story is mounting. Oh, we got Bell on the bench with 4. Johnson stays on the floor with 3, lighting it up, but you got 3 Maryland players with 3. That's the first on Wilson a moment ago.
And without Bell, it's not as tenacious defensively.
Young.
Nice crawl, a little slap away, and they got it.
Toussaint's going to have his 3rd.
And to your point, Bell did a great job of getting out on that screen and roll at the top. And a little drop coverage there by Okonkwo. Young able to attack and draw that foul.
They got a cheap one on that ball screen. That hurt.
Young will inbound it.
And no Matthews either, Jim. He hasn't really seen the floor. That must be more serious than we think. Nice trap offense. Good call.
And that's what they do.
Trap
To
the
those
corner.
in the corner there, you got to be alert.
That's 17 fouls on Maryland.
Look at Toussaint, look like a defensive lineman getting past Dante there, and then able to draw that offensive foul. Jameer Young, 4 fouls right now, so both teams are being impacted by the officiating.
2-1, they used it again. A little nice hustle play. This has been
great
they did it
play
back
right
in the
there.
first half.
That was Carey who saved it. Tremendous play by Carey. Hustle play.
A nice little exchange, a little yo-yo high-low to Carey.
Carey with the high dribble has
Nice
it
help.
nearly taken away. Hart turns around. He did travel.
I thought he had happy feet outside, too.
Well, Toussaint and Johnson are just everywhere defensively. As soon as you put the ball on the ground, they are swarming, forcing and creating that turnover.
Now this keeps Johnson out of the game a little bit in a little while, too, this 2-2-1. I wouldn't let him get it back if I'm Hart.
And we said earlier, I mean, Stevenson has been on the bench for quite some time for West Virginia.
I don't think he liked the way he was playing.
Well, good credit West Virginia, they're playing well without him.
Mitchell, pretty elbow, knocked down. Good analysis individually.
Bob Huggins will like that. As you see Stevenson trying to cheer on his teammates. So margin is 8.
Some of the best offense for Maryland this half has been isoing Hart, letting him create the double team.
Got that nice hook in that lane.
You saw it coming, and Reese delivers it.
Got to take that right shoulder away from him. See if he's got a counter.
Back to Johnson.
Now this gives Maryland a little pep in their step, this 2-2-1 for some reason. Now Mitchell wants it at this elbow this time.
We're under 12. Next whistle will go to the benches as West Virginia has recovered after a bad stretch late in the first half. 3 to shoot.
Watch that.
Mitchell just in time, and he banks it home.
How about him with the little small move, too?
And I like, though, that he didn't settle into the paint using that left hand.
His timing was impeccable. And away from the ball, there's a whistle. Okonkwo. Yes, we're underway in Birmingham. March Madness these days. You know, some crazy things happen. Maybe we got it.
Figured it out. Let's see if they can figure it out now.
Guards have played well. How did that romance go with basketball?
It went pretty well. It went pretty well, you know.
But you're right.
And it's ongoing.
It's still going.
Still in love. Well, we're not going to see 102 points by either team in this game.
Nice look at him. Reese going to his hand. You got to jump on that hand. Nice little set coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, Evan Willard had that one set up, and
look at this thing. And that's the deal. Coming this way, set him up on that elbow. Take advantage of that big southpaw delivery.
that's number 4 on Okonkwo. So look who comes back. Bell with his 4. This time they were able to play well without him, unlike the first half when Bell went out.
Can he be as aggressive? That's the thing now. He was so involved in the defensive end.
Well, he was so good trapping screen and rolls, but also anchoring the defense inside.
Got it. 3-point play by Juju Reese. Reese with 12 points, a team high, and 4 out of 5 field goals. Over 2 guys that play in the middle for West Virginia, both with 4 fouls. Lead is down to 5.
Forced them to use a lot of clock.
Toussaint's on opening.
Shot 2, and boy, good collapse defensively.
Maryland was waiting on him. Now Scott.
An ISO totally. You got to stay at home and contain the bounce.
Reese just got an and 1.
Knows he can go on. And
Yeah.
Plays the foul, right?
They'll have to back off.
You know, with this pressure, I think of Gary Williams, obviously, national title, and the little pressure defense, just to rattle him. I think it's really been annoying, but this is just power. Nice pump fake, the bite, and Bell. As the bell tolls with that power move.
We got another player with 4 fouls. That's Martinez of Maryland. So 2 on each side. Right up against the limit. And it's going to be a 1-1 coming up for Toussaint. As Willard will send back into the lineup Donald Carey for Martinez out with the 4.
No, I'm not arguing with the fouls because I think they've been fouls. But do you think they're a little more discerning
Yes.
tournament time? I mean, the ability to advance, obviously, you're critiqued.
And it hurts both of these teams. They play so hard and extra effort and physicality on that end of the floor. So hence maybe why a lot of calls being fouled. Style of play.
Mountaineers miss on the front end.
Ooh.
Coming in big time with Scott.
Smart.
And there you go. That's going to be it.
You're right.
I mean, it was a
Been
smart
around, right?
Great awareness, understanding Bell has 5. Go right at him, chest to chest. Bell tries to wall him up. Maybe take a charge in that situation or attempt to, but he had bad intentions right there. Dante Scott and Bell so important. Now he'll be sitting down.
Fouls out playing only 11 minutes.
To your point, experience prevailed on that particular play. He got himself in shape, Scott, to play this game, and he really has done a wonderful job all year long, games I've watched.
Took that to the hole like back home in Philadelphia.
West Philly, he said.
You don't want to shoot jumpers there. You got to take it to the rim.
Bell, originally from Saginaw, Michigan, played at St. Louis, transferred to West Virginia, and just couldn't stay on the floor today. So I got 2 shots coming for Dante Scott. You were mentioning earlier how Willard wanted him to shed about 25 pounds. So one thing he did early in the year, they were telling us, is he had him wear a 25-pound vest in practice. Now take that off, he said. How much better do you feel now? That's what we need to do.
Is that the way you feel working with us? Like albatross?
Feels more like a
100-pound vest.
100, couple 100.
You know, Bell's a Moberly guy too. Mitch Richmond's alma mater, Moberly Junior College.
Terps have cut it down to 1.
I see somebody was studying last night.
Last 7 to the Terps. They've definitely gotten a little bit more aggressive at this end. A little extra bounce.
I like this move here at that elbow. Ooh, got to protect the ball. Ooh, that was a carry.
Yes, it was.
Scott, who forced that takeaway, comes back to Hart, who right now is able to return it. Long has the handle, and now back to Hart.
Nice denial. That's so clever. Mitchell with a nice read on that high side, but watch this now, Grant.
Great hands there by Scott and then Hart.
Allen Iverson's not playing,
man.
but goodness. Typical AI.
Bring your luggage, Karen.
No tipping, please. What do you got?
Oh,
T?
Tech.
What? Who's it on?
I think it's on Mitchell.
A double. I
double
think.
tech.
Yeah.
Like Mitchell and Hart were chirping at one another.
Ron Gruber's all business. This looks like our get-together last night.
10 to shoot. Maryland trying to come back and regain the lead.
Again, I thought that may have been a carry, but he gets the rim.
Reese fighting for it. Hart's in the right place.
You said it best. Maryland has turned up the intensity on both ends right now. And West Virginia going through a drought on the offensive end. Seem to find a way to score it all, Jim.
The lack of bodies, too.
And Stevenson continues to sit.
Yeah,
barely been present in the second half.
Puzzling. Shevnik on the floor. He got 7 points against Texas this year. Not a whole lot of minutes.
Rita shoot. Toussaint looks up. Dishes. Oh, great move to get it off. And then put back by Toussaint. Right in the battle of the trees.
And so much good on that play. First of all, the hesitation on the screen and roll. He froze the defender. Great pass. And then the little guy on the offensive glass clearing out room and getting an and one opportunity here, Coach.
Boy, he's got some strength. He moved Reese 5 feet. You're right. You got some pipes, baby.
Scott called for the foul. This is an amazing effort by Sumnick to get the shot off. And here comes Stevenson at last. Let's go to Tracy.
You guys talking about Stevenson sitting for so long as we see him back out there. You remember that Bob Huggins told me at halftime he wasn't playing well. He was frustrated with the way he was playing. This has happened several times throughout the season where they just let him stay on the bench for a while, watch, and then get him in there for the stretch run. But I will tell you, he was involved on the bench and during those timeouts, even though he was not on the floor.
Yeah, you saw him cheering on his teammates. He played all 20 minutes in the first half, and he'll be fresh here for the last 8:44.
Got to ride Reese. Excuse me, Greg.
They came to West Virginia to be coached hard. That's going to happen with Huggins.
I like this move. Nice defense, though.
That's tie up, and it's going to stay at this end. By the way, what Toussaint just did at the other end was the 4th and 1 of this half by West Virginia.
It's amazing, really. Well, you know, his drive got him in position to get the offensive rebound. He had dumped it off.
In West Virginia, they draw 21 fouls per game, second most in the nation. So that is how they play, guys.
Ooh, Scott's got to be careful discarding with the arms. They're going to get him inside either one of them.
Hart. Stevenson hits the floor. Pass. Nothing there. Not with it is Toussaint.
Too many people congested.
Mitchell on the wing. Front of the rim.
Nice rebound. Almost. Sumnick.
And Sumnick just couldn't get both hands on it. Off balance. Maryland comes back down 2.
I would like Scott to be involved on this end now.
Long. Outside with it. Hart spins. He's open. He ties it.
How about that drive? And drop to the 10. Hart. Woo. Big time maneuver.
He really is the X factor, the guy who can get it done. Honorable mention, all Big Ten. Give credit to Maryland. Like we said, in that first half, they struggled, figured things out. They struggled early here in the second half and now have momentum on their side.
11 points for the game, right on his average for the season, but he's got a chance here for the and 1. This is the 3rd of the half for Maryland. Chance to take the lead.
You mentioned about Seth Lundy. Of course, went to school, same high school.
Talented school right there.
Yeah.
Lundy,
Penn State.
part of Penn State. We saw him make it all the way to the Big Ten tournament final just last Sunday. Outside this time for the hottest player on the floor in this half. And that's going to go back to Maryland.
Sendek really works hard. There, they didn't really, they just stayed in position on the zone.
And not
Just
great.
matched up.
And not great offense. Maryland finding their flow right now on the offensive end. You got to run something better than that in West Virginia.
Looking for help is Scott. Carey.
Brilliant. Really, don't leave
Way short.
I know he missed it, but don't leave him. And Johnson, a little tardy on the cover.
We lost him because he got crossed over.
Yeah.
It's a nice move. Just a horrible shot there by Carey.
As we mentioned, Rick Pitino. How about Ralph Willard being the dad? So successful, Western Kentucky, up at Holy Cross, what a long run he had. It's in the genes.
Of course, Kevin Willard with 12 years at Seton Hall. where he was on the Bill Raftery sponsored bench.
I left a lot of set offenses for him. That's why he was successful. He threw them out.
Taken away by Hart. Stevenson's there to try to guard it. Hart puts it up. Oh, what a shot with his back turn.
What an adjustment.
No foul. Stevenson races up ahead, trying to get back quickly. It doesn't fall. Sumnick with the putback.
He works this kid.
He's been playing well.
Mentioned his game against Texas where he did a good job.
More out of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I made a couple of twos, but this is just terrific adjustment. Gracious, huh?
About that shot.
I think he felt he was going to get fouled.
So Patrick Sumnick to shoot a couple.
1 for 5 from the free throw line this year. There you go.
Oh, good.
Watch CBS Sports HQ for free 24/7 coverage of the big dance and all the biggest moments in sports. Catch tournament highlights, picks, previews, recaps, much more. Just download the CBS Sports app and watch today. That stroke looks pretty good.
It sure does. Now, they're not a pressing team, although known as Press Virginia a few years ago. Carter was the mainstay in that backcourt. Bruce McBride, another one playing with the Knicks now.
West Virginia with 14 points off the bench.
A nice job, something getting them away, Scott, from the box.
Scott working on something. Just hit the 2 free throws.
Good great footwork, though.
3 seconds, he's standing here.
The launch. Nothing there. Tied at 56. Mitchell thought about it.
You get Mitchell back on that elbow when they go this matchup.
Keidron Johnson maybe trying to take advantage of the bigger Scott on him.
Yeah, he wanted it down here because he had heart.
Out. Stevenson. There he goes. That's a 3.
He can get it going. Turn me loose, coach.
Can't double team off of the best shooter on the floor for West Virginia.
Right in front of his coach. Let me show you, coach, what you've been missing this half. His first points of the half, Rap.
Unbelievable. Kicking out is Grant Sankey. Good career, open shooter. I think he wanted to get fouled. That's why he developed that kind of a release at the rim. But at some point, I think Merle's going to have to go man-to-man straight up. They're giving up some looks, as we saw the knockdown by Stevenson earlier.
Back into the game for Maryland. Been sitting for a while. Jameer Young, starting point guard.
And Reese as well, Jim. See if they right away cross screen to get him the ball.
Get the smaller Mitchell on him.
Oh,
Can't get it to him.
Boy, just correct hand pass would have had it.
Scott can tie it.
Look at the inside position. Is it a good motion?
Reese had the putback from just a foot away.
And how about Toussaint with that defense?
He's a tough kid.
They have him listed at 6 feet. I don't know about that.
Stevenson under the cylinder. Whips it back outside for a reset.
Looks like straight man here. This trip.
Toussaint.
Now under 5, Jim.
That's the guy they know can figure out a way to shoot it. Stevenson.
He likes those situations.
We saw him practice yesterday in practice. All these countdown for me. I want to try a buzzer beater. Made him most of the time. Outside from the wing, and that ties it.
How about that good look right to the spot too? Dante delivering.
And when you pick it, when you double team the screen and roller, and they like to pick and pop. No rotation, and Dante can make you pay.
Dante Scott. He wrote a book once, Wired Differently, My School Journey. Trying to add another chapter to his career if they can figure out a way to win this game and play the winner of Alabama, Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Saturday. Here's Stevenson, fade away.
Shot too, the little curl. Sometimes you got to pass it up, make the extra look.
Double up on Young. Double up. He's in trouble. Traps it once.
Nice double.
Sumnick taps it. Look at all this. Comes back.
And
to
look
Reese,
at this.
And an easy basket. After all that.
Oh, being in the right spot. And how about Reese with the find?
And Maryland takes the lead on a crazy helter-skelter play. will give the Maryland grad SVP a little something to put on the highlight reel late tonight.
Well, how about this one? Describe this baby. Keep it alive. Tip. Almost like a volleyball. But what about Reese's Pieces? Ellie to find it. That rim and tough break one way.
3.5 to go. Raph, this has been some game we've just been saying throughout. This is going to come down to that last minute. It sure looks like it.
Nip and tuck. Again, back to the matchup. I like Mitchell at the elbow. Oh, goodness, this kid. I don't know.
More time on the clock right there, Raph.
Is that what you want? I mean,
Not at
you're
all.
right.
And you see Huggins talking about drive that attack.
What you were doing right there just got all kinds of attention. Look at this. and they were hushed.
I didn't want to give up my seat, you know.
Oh.
I saw Arnie play his last couple of holes at the Masters. The last year.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of
Very much.
Arnie's game.
I happened to see that too.
He
Came up the 18.
Did you have a good seat?
Yeah, I had a pretty good seat for that one.
You have the best seat, always.
It's been a blessing. The stroke looks good, man.
How about this kid? Are you talking about Reese's?
I'm
Or
talking about Reese. Come on.
that's gotten better too.
It has been.
He line drives it just a little bit. Big upside in this kid's college game and future.
He has a great family of basketball players as well, too. His sister. Yeah.
Angel, she was at Maryland, played there last year, then transferred to LSU.
And she's a double-double machine.
Second one doesn't go, so still a one-possession game as we approach 3 minutes.
Got to get better shots. You need Toussaint to do some damage with the dribble. Mitchell. Because Johnson has been quiet of late. And Stevens has just only take a good shot or a drive.
Stevenson driving, cleans it off the glass.
I thought that was actually a good offensive play right there. Good call to foul.
Look at this blow by. And
Got him. There's the dunk. Jameer Reese delivers it after Jameer drives and sets it all up.
There's no foul right here. They're
just a great play, Randy. Young at heart, using that right hand.
No look.
How about that? Look away. Freeze the D. Big fella. Looming large at the 10.
8-0 run by Maryland to lead by 5.
Shot selection's been a dilemma.
Toussaint. And there's Reese again. He is coming up so big.
And they got Stevenson, I think, on the reach in. How about Reese taking over right now? That was an aggressive rebound. Fought off. But Jameer Young, we started saying forever young. Goodness.
well, that's what you do against that pressure. You attack it, make them pay. And Reese showing his value, his activity, and number one thing, he's been able to play and stay out of foul trouble, which has been his Achilles heel much this season.
2 the rest of the way, 10 team fouls. So Reese, this Maryland team is down 8 in this half. Now, it's at 5. Let's revisit our keys to the game presented by Great Clips. There you go, fellas.
Yeah, he plays well. They're a different team. Turnovers up. There's attacking the rim. But right now, nobody on the line for Maryland, knowing he's not the best free throw shooter. I'm sure they don't want to go over the top. But it's something you could anticipate if you're Maryland.
Reese, he's missed 3 straight at the line here in the last 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Johnson was so huge early in the half, has had only 1 field goal attempt and no points in the last 12 minutes. That changes right there.
Good call, Jim.
Right on cue. Not only no points, but really wasn't involved right there. But the only bright spot offensively in the second half for West Virginia.
Two minutes to go.
Empty side. Reese unavailable.
Now with under 10. Young.
Tough shot. And Reese keeps it alive.
Young gets a little breather. Came up short on that last jumper, and there's a reach-in call. There'll be 2 free throws coming. Mitchell is the culprit.
And unnecessary, too. All you do is take the sideline. You got a perfect pack with attack with Stevenson.
As you said it best, don't want to foul. They're in the bonus, 30 feet from the basket. But once again, Maryland going on the line. Obviously, Jameer Young, a better free throw shooter.
82, pretty good. John Chaney used to do that all the time. He didn't want anybody going over the top. What a year this kid has had.
No kidding.
Wants it to continue, obviously. Solid play.
And again, his case was the case with so many wanting to join up with Kevin Willard, be able to make a run to an NCAA tournament.
A phenomenal year for Maryland and this guy.
Lead back to 5 with 1:30 to go.
They're trying to corral it up top. Don't let him turn the corner, Johnson.
Johnson, who has 25. There's Stevenson. That rattles that.
Nice rebound.
Blocked from behind by Reese.
Oh, goodness. Good play on the glass.
Reese right here obviously lost position inside, but just a beautiful block without fouling.
Stays with West Virginia.
Stevenson taking it out on the baseline. Now it's on the sideline. During the course of the year, he actually threw it off a defender's back. It was called a violation. He happened to actually be on the floor.
Having a hard time getting it in. Now, back to Matthews, who's set for so much with the stinger.
Downhill.
Reach in call. It's going to be 2 at the line. Both teams in the bonus.
Reese was that, I think.
It's Reese, his 3rd.
West Virginia unorganized really just this whole half, unable to get into any kind of sets or offensive flow or any kind of rhythm whatsoever. This defense, Maryland, elite.
82% free throw shooter.
Of course, no Matthews part of it too. You know, part of their rotation as a starter. Most of this half. Good to see him back out there, though.
Timeout called by the Mountaineers, leaving them with 1. One more free throw to come, and just a minute 9 to be able to come to the tournament, not have to face another one of the conference foes. One more free throw to come.
Again, they don't extend the floor. You may see some man pressure.
Yeah, be careful extending the floor if they do, because Young was able to.
You don't turn them up, speed them up.
Had them both.
One possession game here.
I would keep Young out of the game now. Johnson's got him. Don't let him get a touch.
Into Scott. Doubled up.
Boy, good deployment here.
They got numbers.
They head to Young.
Smart.
Take his time with it. Under a minute. Johnson eyeing him.
Now this is Scott, or maybe a drive draw kick for Hart.
To Young. Slipped on the way in.
Too deep without anything. They may go look at it.
Yeah, I think he might have definitely slipped or tripped over his own foot there. I didn't think there was a foul, and I didn't see a deflection.
I thought he threw it out, actually.
I thought he threw it out, exactly.
And right here, just a little too deep without anything in mind. You know, I think he turned it over.
I think that's West Virginia's ball.
Some people in the stands signaling they thought he traveled as well. It's a question of who touched it last. That's what they're reviewing.
Took great discipline there by Johnson to not foul on that draw. He reached in a little bit.
I think he threw it out.
Yeah, it looked like he.
Yeah. I don't think he walked either.
He was trying to pass it, maybe.
He leaves his feet.
Yeah, I see that too.
Goes right by. I think that's pretty easy. To me, it was the guy underneath that it whizzed by.
Well, that's a critical call with 47 seconds to go.
It is.
They're studying it.
We'll check.
Back and forth they go. Another angle right here. Did it touch the shoulder?
It's hard to say from that angle. No, it didn't.
No.
Looked like it touched the right shoulder from that angle, Jim.
Nope, I don't believe so at all.
I think it's West Virginia ball. His right hand's the last one that touched it, I
You
thought.
didn't see the ball change once it hit the shoulder.
Gene, you see anything there?
You know what? I've searched all the angles, and I know the officials here, Jim. I do not see anything of West Virginia touching that off the angles there. This is a time, though, with this, you know, the level of this call naturally in the decision, these officials will stay there to look at every angle that they possibly can get before they leave it. Everything that I've seen from great angles by our camera, I don't think on that play that Johnson makes contact with the basketball and Young is following through last to touch. I was also looking at 15 Maryland to see if that left hand made contact as the ball kind of floats through all of these players. But I didn't see contact there either. And in my opinion, the last to touch was Maryland on the play.
Well, they are deliberating, Gene.
They're going to rewind it one more time.
Yeah, Gene is right. Time and score, understanding the importance of this call. They got to get it right.
Gene, in this case, would they ask the third man in to take a look as well? I mean, normally
You know,
that's the
Ref,
procedure.
they may. Yeah, they will if they're both looking and have kind of differing views and will listen to each other. And then you kind of bring in the third, right? I mean, you want to make sure. But at this point, this is more of let's just spin this as slow as we can and make sure that, you know, as we get to this day of technology and high def, like any fingertip, any brushing of the ball, it's too big of a play to not take this amount of time. Even though at times it gets frustrating, you want to get this one right, guys.
Again, the call on the floor is Maryland ball.
And the other side, Gene, it didn't look like it hit the defender.
His question being
agree,
raised,
Ralph.
did it actually touch a strand of Johnson's hair? We're being told.
Yes.
And here they come with the review.
The report is Maryland ball out of bounds. We don't have enough from our angle and the replays we've seen to overturn that call with irrefutable evidence. So we're staying Maryland ball.
They say not enough evidence, not indisputable evidence, so they're going to go with the call on the floor. 8 seconds to shoot for the Terrapins.
One-on-one here, ISO. Puts it up. Look at the hustle by Scott, though. Big play.
Two West Virginia players are right there, and he was the one who got there. Timeout called.
How about that hustle? Thank God he got rid of that weighted vest.
8 rebound. They got 17 seconds to shoot. 38 seconds on the game clock. Maryland inbounding. Leading by 3.
Nice hit and follow. Oh, had the jumper too.
Young spins.
Steps.
Yes, he did. Turn it over again.
And good defense there by Sumnick. Mismatch, able to slide his feet, not foul. Forced that turnover by Young.
A really good position, you're right. He's forcing that issue, being in the right spot. Okonkwo.
Well, does West Virginia's plenty of time not to have to force a 3. They've only made 1 tray in this half.
I would go right to the rim now.
Here, Maryland, watch Stevenson.
Don't fool around.
Johnson with under 20.
Scott knows this kid wants the opportunity.
There's Mitchell. On the blocks. Reese is on him. Left hand and got it.
Great
With 8
patience.
seconds to go.
We got the last time out.
8.4 and timeout called by the Mountaineers.
Might have used too much clock, guys. I think
And
big
then
on the ball
trap.
and a quick trap. If you can't get that quick trap, then you have to foul right away.
Stretch the game out as best you can.
And be aggressive on that trap. Try to get a steal on that first trap opportunity if you're West
Yeah,
Virginia.
there obviously no Reese on the floor because of that reason. Hart and Carey, guys who can make so. Hart's an 81% free throw shooter.
Million as a big, 73%.
Yeah. Carey at 86, so any of those guys you want to touch the ball.
It's hard to inbound with 8.4 seconds to go.
They're going to double.
Yeah, no one on the ball right now for West Virginia.
Looking to inbound, looking. Takes his time with it. It's Young, doubled up in the corner, doubled up, time ticking. Finally, a foul call with 4.2 seconds.
Got to do it right away if you don't have it.
And that's why I said be aggressive with your trap trying to steal. He can just hold the ball like he did.
Yeah, violate the so there's a reach in early. Foul comes a little bit later, maybe 2 seconds later.
Good job by Young moving the ball so they can't get to it. Smart play.
Remember, West Virginia out of timeout, so they can't set anything up. As Young will go to the line to shoot 2. So they're going to have to try to figure something out quickly off a make or a miss. Get that ball into the front court as close as they can, as quickly as possible.
From Maryland, I put somebody on the line just to
harass a little bit.
Yeah.
They haven't been doing it all late in the half. But what a guy to have on the free throw line right now.
West Virginia out of timeouts, but they're the beneficiaries of the fact the officials are looking to see if they need to add some time on the clock.
A free timeout for Bob Huggins here.
Two changes it.
Yeah, well, they added a half a second. That's big. I mean, when you're at desperate times and your length of the court, that will help.
And right here, I thought they were going to give it right back.
When the arm goes up, that's when they're supposed to stop it. Okay.
And a nice job blocking that pivot foot, too.
So they've got one Maryland player in the box down there, and that's Carey. But here we go. Game 1 coming down to the wire. First of 2 for Young. And it's a 2-point lead.
Now, I would take him off the line, just in case. The temptation of going over the top. They're going to keep Carey. Kevin said
they back him off. Yeah, back off.
Now you got to stay up here, too.
It's going to be a wild dash here in a matter of a second. Ooh, here it goes.
Got a chance.
Margin is 2. Kedrian Johnson for the victory. Oh, wow. The angle looked good from here. But Maryland survives. The Terrapins take it. 67-65. Down by 13 after the first 10 minutes. Down by 8 midway through the second half. And Maryland advances to the second round by a whisker.
Well, you don't want him to get down to that floor that quickly, but goodness, did they dodge one there.
Got the ball to the hands of the young man who kept them in the game in the second half. And a little short, but what a game.
And really, Young with a good defensive pressure made him slide just a little bit to his left to impact that delivery.
Kedrian Johnson scored 27 points. He was trying to get his 30-point game. But of course, his primary concern was to try to hit the buzzer beater to give his team the victory. And Maryland moves on to round 2. And Saturday will take on the winner of the next one on this floor. Between the overall #1 seed of the tournament, Alabama, and the Islanders of Texas A&M Corpus Christi, winners in Dayton in the first 4 on Tuesday night. Man, the swings that we had in this game, guys.
Oh, incredible.
Over to you, Trace.
Well, thanks a lot, Coach. We talked at halftime. You talked about the runs, withstanding them. What is it about this team that gave them the ability to be able to do that here and then close it out down the stretch?
Yeah, it's funny, you know, playing on the road in the Big Ten's hard, and we've gotten down, you know, we got down by 12 at Purdue, we got down 8 at Michigan State. And if you can come back in those atmospheres against those teams, I just kept telling our guys, like, hey, man, we've done it in the Big Ten. We know we can do it here. And they just kept paused. We made some big shots. Give Coach Huggins credit. I mean, his teams are great.
Thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you so much.